Mike talked about this in a lot better than I'm going to. He went into a lot more detail. But the interesting thing is that medical research shows that under stress and anxiety, there's significant blood flow away from the neocortex, where higher order thinking takes place, towards the brainstem, the centre for fight or flight responses. So it began to be really clear to me that unless a young person feels safe, unless they feel valued, unless they feel respected, unless they've got those physiological needs met, then the brain isn't wired up correctly for them to learn and then to begin to develop their esteem themselves through success and achieving things. And that was my experience myself when I came across this piece of research. It was, it kind of knocked me off my feet, because although I'd not been a challenging student at school, I struggled all the way through because I couldn't retain information. When I was going through the education system, it was all about exams, and you had to remember stuff. And I spent hours and hours and hours and hours revising, trying to remember stuff, but I couldn't. And well, at the same time, my dad saying, well, you're very intelligent and you should be getting really good marks and you should be doing this. But I just couldn't retain the information. And that was because I was in fight and flight state the whole time, because I never knew when my stepmom was going to erupt again. So through meeting the needs of a young person, through meeting their attachment needs, we begin to create those safe environment through their emotional needs. But it's this thing that the emotions, the brain, it's all interconnected. And when we meet their emotional needs, then we change the actual physiology of what's going on in the brain. So, all these things were kind of like coming together and just like appearing at certain times, through this journey of me working with young people and beginning so that if, in a way, I was doing a lot of this stuff, but I didn't have a language to talk about it, and I didn't know why it was working and why young people were attracted to me, were comfortable working with me. And it was because I guess another aspect, which we'll go into a wee bit more later, it was about the empathy, because I had an understanding of where they were coming from.